In a world that loves celebrating personal growth and achievement, chasing after self-improvement is usually seen as a good thing. Learning new skills, getting fitter, or climbing the career ladder, the drive to better ourselves is a powerful motivator. But when does this drive go overboard? Can you actually become addicted to self-improvement? And if so, is that really such a bad thing? My name is Wasim, and this channel is all about improving yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally. It's called the Lifehack Revolution because I give you shortcuts in your path to becoming the best version of yourself. If you haven't done so already, click subscribe. Now back to the video. Self-improvement stems from our natural desire to grow and excel. It shows up in a range of ways: pursuit of education, hitting the gym, career advancement, or more personal development such as mindfulness or meditation. These pursuits give us a sense of accomplishment and purpose. Now, addiction usually involves compulsive behavior that leads to negative consequences. This could include substance addiction like drugs and alcohol, but equally could apply to behaviors like gambling or gaming. These addictions involve a relentless pursuit despite harmful outcomes, driven by the brain's reward system and the release of dopamine. Now, let's combine those two. Let's talk about self-improvement addiction. It's when the obsession with constantly bettering yourself starts to hurt your mental health, your relationships, and your overall well-being. How is this possible? Okay, modern capitalism and consumerism heavily promotes the idea of constant self-improvement. The self-help industry, worth billions, often plays to our insecurities and desire for success. This market-driven society pushes us to keep improving to stay competitive, creating a cycle where we feel we're never good enough without the latest self-help product or trend. The very basis of self-improvement is that the self requires improvement. There's no YouTube channel that's going to achieve a large following by simply saying, "You're doing fine, no issues, carry on." The psychological impact of self-improvement addiction can be intense. People can develop low self-esteem and feel they're never good enough. Watching these videos can seem helpful, but they might only temporarily make you feel better. Like the cowardly lion, you have it in you to improve, but only if you actually take action. So a combination of consumerism, creating that desire, and self-improvement gurus filling the need means that people are compelled to watch these videos. We know there are people who are particularly susceptible to addiction, and these people can easily become addicted to self-help videos. There is also another group of people who are susceptible to self-improvement addiction, and these are normally intelligent, inquisitive people who feel they need to really read around a subject to get the full picture. People who think carefully before they act, too carefully. This type of person can suffer from analysis paralysis. Here, I'm going to include myself in this cohort. I understand too well the trap here. You get interested in a subject, for example, meditation. You then spend the next few weeks looking up at all the benefits of meditation, the methods of meditation, the different schools of thought, etc. Essentially, you spend more time researching the topic than actually doing it. So people addicted to self-improvement end up binge watching these videos. If you find yourself doing that, think about how much you actually gain from those videos beyond the first few where you picked up some ideas. The next 20, what do they give you? Do you have time to actually think for yourself? Do you have time to apply what you learned in those first few videos? The lack of action accompanied by extensive research can also give you that false sense of security, that false sense of purpose, that false sense of progress. Oh, I'm getting better because I've been reading so much about this topic. When in reality, it's the application where the real learning takes place. Here's some tips to ensure effective self-improvement, not just time wasting. Firstly, set realistic goals. Clearly define what you want to achieve. For instance, if you aim to meditate for 20 minutes daily, that's specific and measurable. Avoid vague goals like being more thoughtful. You want to be more specific. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself and acknowledge your efforts and progress instead of focusing on what's missing. Keep a self-improvement journal to track and reflect on how far you've come. Limit social media influence. Cut down on social media, which often shows unrealistic standards. While it's good to get ideas from social media, beyond those first few videos, it's usually a waste of time. You get the gist of the topic after a few videos. Think about what else you could do with your time instead of watching another 50 videos on the same thing. To reiterate, the self-help industry plays on our securities and desires for success. This pushes us to keep improving and creates a cycle where we feel we're never good enough without the latest self-help product or trend. Don't fall in this trap. It's crucial to recognize when the pursuit of self-improvement becomes excessive and potentially harmful. Being addicted to self-improvement does sound far-fetched, but it's real and can negatively impact your mental health and overall quality of life. By maintaining a balanced approach, setting realistic goals, practicing self-compassion, you can enjoy the benefits of self-improvement, and know that there's many, without falling into the addiction trap.